Sherry, my sweet, I want to cry.
All right, my dear, you made a very nice entrance. Now relax.
But Sherry, darling, I've been so worried. And now seeing you in that chair.
This chair fits my fanny like nothing else ever has. I feel better than I have in years, and my only concern is views of the outside world. So take out that skunk and tell me everything. How are you, my dear?
Darling, I'm so relieved. You look perfectly wonderful. I never saw you look better. My dear, do I look a wreck? I just dashed through New York, didn't do a thing about Christmas. Hattie Carnegie and had my hair done, got right on the train. And of course the Normandy coming back was simply hectic. Fun, you know, but simply exhausting. Jock Whitney and Cary Grant and Dorothy DeFrasso. It was too exhausting. And of course London before that was simply magnificent, my dear. Well, I simply never got to bed at all. Darling, I have so much to tell you, I don't know where to start.
Well, start with the dirt first here. That's what I want to hear.
Let me see. Sybil Cartwright was thrown right out of here. It was the night before I left. She was wearing one of those new cellophane dresses, and you could absolutely see everything. And Sir Harry Montross, the painter, you know, is suing his mother for disorderly conduct. It's just shocked everyone. And oh, before I forget, Anthony Eden told me he's going to be on your New Year's broadcast, Sherry. And Beatrice Lilly gave me a message for you. She says to take off 25 pounds right away and send them to her by parcel post. She needs them.
I'll pack them in ice. Now what about you, dear? What about your love life? What about that splendid bit of English mutton? Lord Bottomley, haven't you hooked him yet?
Sherry, please. Cedric is a very dear friend of mine.
One more thing. You will join me for dinner. This is not a request.
on, we'll get to whacking.
I'm like a bee in early spring. This mighty waspish fight.
Bite,
Root!
boot,
Wrist!
fist,
Cracking!
whacking. What a dainty dish you are to set before a king. Best beware my sting.
I didn't want to become a housewife like my mother and sisters. I think I've always known I wanted more out of life. I was 15. I was sitting in a coffee shop when a friend came by and said, "Hurry up, I've got a cab waiting. You can make $100 in 20 minutes." Just out of curiosity, how many of you make $100 for 20 minutes work? And I was still in high school. It's a marketplace transaction. Somehow I managed to absorb that when I was quite young. I was a precocious child. Actually, I was sort of lonely. I didn't experience myself as being attractive. I didn't look like a Calvin Klein ad. I was bright, and I didn't play by the rules. Guys were mostly scared of me. They didn't want to get involved emotionally. For a while, I was willing to accept that. It was feeling intimacy, feeling warm, feeling. You become your job. I become a hustler. Even when I'm not hustling, I'm a hustler. What you do is what you are. I don't think it's terribly different from someone who works on an assembly line for 40 hours a week and comes home cut off, numb. People aren't meant to switch on and off like water faucets.
No, he's not. What about, where'd you get that diamond clip, dear? That's new bit of flutes, isn't it?
Oh, haven't you seen this before? Cedric gave it to me for his mother's birthday. She was simply furious. Look, darling, I've got a taxi outside. If I'm going to get back here.
Sherry, what do you think? I've just been given the most...
Oh, hello, Maggie. I knew you must be around here somewhere. How are you, my dear?
Santa's been at work, my pet. Blossom Girl just dropped in out of the blue and surprised us.
Hello, Lorraine.
Who's that? Bert, oh, come in, Bert. This is Bert Jefferson Lorraine, young newspaper man, Miss Lorraine Sheldon.
How do you do, Miss Sheldon?
How do you do? I didn't quite catch the name. Jefferson?
That's right, pet.
Oh, Mr. Jefferson, you don't look like a newspaper man. You don't look like a newspaper man at all.
Really? I thought it was written all over me in neon lights.
No, not at all. I should have said you were, oh, I don't know, an aviator, an explorer or something. They have that same kind of dash about them. I'm simply enchanted with your town, Mr. Jefferson. It gives one such a warm, gracious feeling. Tell me, have you lived here all your life?
Practically.
Now, come on, not frankly. Please do so on your own time. Maggie and I have work to do. Get out of here, Jefferson. On your way, Blossom. On your way.
He's the world's rudest man, isn't he? Can I drop you, Mr. Jefferson? I'm going down to the mansion house, I think it's called.
Thank you, but I've got my car. Suppose I drop you.
Oh, would you? That'd be lovely. We'll send the taxi off. See you in a little while, Sherry. Bye, Maggie.
Bye, Maggie. I'm invited back for dinner, am I not?
Yes, you are. At Christmas, I always feed the needy. Now, please stop oozing out. Get out.
Come on, Mr. Jefferson. I want to hear more about this charming